Okay, so Martin Drew of Etihad, thanks so much for joining us today.
Great to be here, Shane.
Well, first of all, I have to say congratulations on hitting this milestone of 15 years flying from Dublin.
Yeah, I mean, it's, as you say, it's a huge milestone for us. 15 years. We were the first Middle East airline to operate into Ireland, into Dublin, and yeah, I mean, it's been Ireland has always been a very, very important market for us, and obviously continues to be. And to be celebrating 15 years is, as you said, is a great milestone. And yeah, and here's to the next 15.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, I know, like, say, the last kind of 3 years or so has been kind of really tough on us all, but you guys must be delighted with the kind of the bounce back that you're seeing on your Dublin route.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, Shane, I mean, the last 3 years has been incredibly tough. Obviously, the aviation industry has really been hit hard, and yeah, it's so great now to really have come out the other side. And I think it's really taken us a bit by surprise just how quickly business has come back in terms of the demand that we're seeing at the moment. It's pretty incredible. Of course, we knew there was going to be a lot of pent-up demand where people haven't been able to travel for so long. I don't know what you would call it, revenge travel or whatever, various sort of terms are being used at the moment. But yeah, I mean, this high demand environment we're in at the moment is pretty incredible. The load factors we're seeing across the network are sky high. In June we had our highest ever load factor for a June in our history, not since the pandemic, in our history, and July and August are looking incredibly strong, as is the rest of the year, and specifically as relates to the Dublin route as well. Yeah, the load factors are sky high, sort of, lots of demand for, which is really great to see for point to point for Abu Dhabi. Lots of people coming to Abu Dhabi, but of course, as always, really strong flows through to Australia, certainly to ISC, to Southeast Asia as well. So yeah, really, really encouraging after the incredibly tough time that we've had to see business coming back as strongly as it is.
And I know it's great that you have like the 787 Dreamliner on the Dublin to Abu Dhabi route, but like that, with it kind of coming back so strong, would you ever be tempted to maybe look at an A350 coming over to us, or?
Potentially, yes. At the moment, so you're right. We've actually just increased from 5 times a week to daily this month on the Dublin route, and it's the 787-9. We are on occasions actually running the larger 787-10 as well, just because demand is so high. As relates to the A350s, as you said, we're now operating 5 of those. We've just recently deployed the 350s on Chicago and New York. We're also serving Mumbai. And then from October, we deploy the 350 on London as well. We have another 7 more to come. So potentially, yes, Dublin could be a great candidate for the 350-1000, which is a great aircraft, as is, of course, the 787 as well. Yeah,
exactly. We're not really being shortchanged with the 787. And then in terms of, say, like onward traffic, like, are you seeing, say, for coming into the winter time, is a lot of the traffic going to stay, they're going to do overnights within Abu Dhabi, or is it more kind of just exiting on and going on to the
I mean, look, the way the flows work from on the Dublin route is there's a lot of business that goes beyond Abu Dhabi, of course, through to Australasia, through to Southeast Asia, to the Indian subcontinent. But we're seeing more and more demand now for Abu Dhabi as well as a destination, even during the summer. Because I think now, Abu Dhabi is such a strong proposition as a destination. It offers so much in terms of great quality hotels, all the assets that they have there in terms of theme parks, golf courses, incredible beaches. So it's, and I think also as well, rightly so, Abu Dhabi has won an awful lot of plaudits from around the world for how well they handled things during the pandemic. So it's seen as a very, very safe environment. It's constantly voted one of the safest cities in the world. So, we are seeing a lot of demand now for Abu Dhabi itself, and of course, as we go into the winter as well, that demand will just will continue to come through.
Yeah, I think one thing that really kind of caught me off guard nearly was when I was down in June, was it, I suppose, the value in terms of the theme parks, these world-class, your Ferrari World, your Yas Water World, Warner Brothers Studios, and the price of the admission for those tickets is significantly cheaper.
It is.
What you expect, and again, the queue's significantly shorter.
Exactly, and you've got SeaWorld that's going to be opening in the next few months as well, which is a huge theme park that's going to be opening. Warner Brothers, the largest indoor theme park in the world, and as you rightly say, they're not particularly expensive to get access to. They're not massively overcrowded, and there's a huge choice. huge choice.
And I suppose I have to mention with the World Cup coming into Qatar towards the end of the year, I know there's been kind of maybe some people have been finding it tricky to get accommodation in Doha and Qatar itself, but you guys have quite a unique offering.
We certainly do, yeah. I mean, Abu Dhabi, it makes complete sense to use Abu Dhabi as a base for travelling to the World Cup to Doha. So, we will be operating during the World Cup a minimum of 6 flights a day between Abu Dhabi and Doha. It's literally just a 45-minute hop. People need to be thinking about using other points and then sort of shuttling in. And Abu Dhabi, there's no better place to do it. Obviously, a great place to base yourself, an incredible destination in itself, but then to be able to sort of shuttle in to watch a match, come back out, or overnight it in Doha and come back to Abu Dhabi makes complete sense.
Yeah, or maybe even catch a bit of the Grand Prix there before
Exactly. So in 100%. So middle of November we have the Etihad Airways Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, which this is the major sporting event in Abu Dhabi in the year. It's a huge event, and come to the Abu Dhabi sort of Etihad Airways Formula One, and then sort of go and see some football in Doha.
Yeah, brilliant. So I was going to say, 15 years in flying direct from Dublin. I'm not going to ask you, what you predict the next 15 years to hold, but maybe, what's the next 15 months say hold for it?
Without doubt, I think the route is going to continue to do as it always has done, do incredibly well. So what we'll focus on is there, do we have the ability to be able to put more capacity into Dublin? Again, it's about us continuing to, with our trade partners that we have, very, very strong relationships with, and they're obviously a massive part of our success in this market, about us working together with our trade partners to promote Abu Dhabi as a destination. So that will continue, to be a key focus for us, as well as obviously promoting those points beyond Abu Dhabi as well.
And I know, I suppose, sustainability is at the forefront of a lot of people's thoughts right now, especially with the kind of the temperatures we're experiencing at the minute. I know you guys have got some very special initiatives that you've been running. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, so Shane, I mean, sustainability for us is very much at the top of our agenda, and it has been for some time, and obviously will be in the years to come. I think we very much see ourselves as sort of thought leaders in this space. I mean, to put things into perspective today, the aviation sector represents about sort of 3% of total carbon emissions, but at the current sort of growth rates, by 2050, it will be as high as 23-24%. So that means we need to act now to decarbonise aviation. And at Etihad, this is very much at the top of our agenda, with various sustainability initiatives. Just last week, we were awarded by Airline Ratings the Environmental Airline of the Year. So we're very proud of that. I mean, we have a 787, which is called the Dreamliner, so in a special livery. And this is a partnership that we have with Boeing and with GE, and we use this aircraft as a test bed, really, for various sustainability initiatives. For us as a company, we were quick to come out and commit to reducing our net carbon emissions by 50% by 2035 and be net zero by 2050. And that's a big statement, and there's a lot of work required to achieve that. But we are very much are very focused on achieving those targets.
Yeah. I think one of the kind of small little changes that I kind of quite enjoyed on my flight with Etihad was when I was flying in economy, I noticed that you used kind of like proper cutlery, like stainless steel cutlery. Yeah. And it was kind of one of those things, you're reducing a single-use plastic, but you're also kind of elevating the economy experience, which I thought was quite a nice touch.
Exactly. I mean, and by the end of this year, we've committed to reducing the use of single-use plastic on board by 80%. So as part of with the A350s that we've recently launched, we have a new business class product, a new economy product on those aircraft, and that will be rolled out now across the fleet of the new aircraft as they start to come in. Within the economy offering now, it's reusable equipment. So that single-use plastic goes, and that will be, as I said, that's a prime focus for us. Everything that we do has got is a link to sustainability. As I said, it's a huge focus area for us.
Well, it's brilliant to see. I got to spend a bit of time with both Alex and Jason from the Etihad sales team that support the trade. Two really nice guys.
Great guys. Yeah, I mean, they've relatively recently joined us and really hit the ground running. Both of which have really good names in the market, and already had very strong relationships with our trade partners. So being led by Jeremy Pollock, who's our GM for UK and Ireland. But yeah, the team here, Jason and Alex, are doing a wonderful job. They really are. And with the celebration this evening, obviously, we'll have them with us this evening, but also as well, we'll have Karen and Shannon as well, where this is a 15-year celebration. So, both those ladies were very much instrumental in positioning Etihad and promoting Etihad in this market. So yeah, so it'll be great to have them there this evening. But as you said, in terms of Alex and Jason, they're doing a wonderful job. They really are.
Martin, thanks so much for taking the time to chat to us today.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the celebration.
Brilliant. Cheers.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you, Shane. Cheers.